Hello, welcome to another episode of Learn With Me. Are you having problems in fractions, particularly those involving of the remainder? Today, we are going to tackle one type of the remainder questions where the remainder is unknown. Let us read the questions together so that you know what I'm talking about. Daniel had a sum of money at first. He spent $80 of his money on a watch and 1/3 of his remaining money on stationery. In this case, you can see that we do not have the sum of money that Daniel had at first. So he spent $80 of his money on a watch and 1/3 of his remaining money on stationery. So in this case, we have no idea what the remainder is. So how do we tackle such questions? Draw models. Okay, so now let's draw the models for this question. Daniel had a sum of money, so we will just draw one hole to represent the sum of money that he has. And he spent $80 of his money on a watch. So $80 of his money on a watch, we do not know how long, how short this $80 will be, so we'll just roughly draw a length that we feel $80 will be. Then we'll indicate it as $80, and that's for the watch. And 1/3 of his remaining money. So this part will be his remaining money, and we're going to cut it into 3 parts because he's going to use 1/3 of this remaining money on stationery. In the end, he was left with 1/4 of the amount of money he had at first. This is the most important part that students will need to understand. These 2 units refer to the 1/4 of the original money that he had at first. Since there are 2 units, it means that the whole will be 8 units. Why is the whole 8 units? Because if we were to do this, it will represent 2 8s, and 2 units represents these 2 units that he had left, and 8 units will refer to what he had at first. And from here, it's very clear that 8 units minus the 3 units and 5 units will refer to the $80 that he spent on the watch. And with that, we will be able to easily solve this question using unitary method. And 1 unit will be 80 divided by 5. That will make $16. And since the whole has 8 units, which represent how much he had at first, and 16 times 8 will make $128. And that will be the answer to this question. With this, I hope it will help you tackle such questions involving of the remainder where the remainder is unknown. So with this, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!